Hi, my name is Scott Nanamura, and I have Diamond Heart Yoga School. I'm here at TreeCasa Resort in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. I do teacher trainings here, 200-hour teacher trainings and 300-hour teacher trainings here at TreeCasa. And if you are interested, look at the link below. Today we're going to be focusing on some pranayama breath work, and the pranayama that we're going to do today is called Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati breath work is really helpful in these times of COVID, and especially if you have any stressors in your body, any health issues, digestive issues, immune system issues, any kind of respiratory issues. This Kapalabhati breath work really helps to strengthen your digestive system, helps to tone the abdominal wall, helps to increase our immune system as well. And if you have anything going on with your lower respiratory or upper respiratory tract, it can help to reduce the symptoms and help to actually eliminate them the more you do. Typically, we do about 5 rounds of 100 every day as a maintenance routine. If you have any symptoms of anything going on, any respiratory symptoms, then work your way up to 15 rounds of 100. Usually we do 4 rounds of 100 at a medium speed, and then we do the last round of 100 at more of a rapid speed. You can do fewer repetitions or more repetitions depending on how much you want to add into your daily routine. You can do rounds of 30, you can do rounds of 50, you can do 3 rounds, 5 rounds. Again, if you have any symptoms, see if you can work up to 15 rounds. But average maintenance schedule, do 5 rounds of 100 every day. How to do this Kapalabhati breath work? We emphasize the exhale portion of the breath. The belly draws in sharply, and the exhale happens through the nose sharply. Then you let all the muscles of the abdominal wall relax, and the inhale happens naturally. All right, I'll give you a quick demonstration of what the belly does. All right, so the belly draws in sharply, the exhale happens sharply through the nose. When the belly draws in, you let the abdominal wall relax, and the inhale happens naturally. All right, as you begin, when you first start this, you might feel the abdominal wall tighten up the more you do. Really see if you can work on the relaxation phase as you go through this process, so the belly has a full pumping action in and out. If you get a little lightheaded, if you're doing 100, again, back off to about 50 or 60, and then work your way up to 100 to where it gets a little bit more comfortable for you. When you do this breath work also, it really oxygenates your blood. When you oxygenate your blood, it also helps to balance out your pH levels in your body. When your body's pH levels balance out, and we have a really nice sustained blood pH level, it also helps to keep our blood pH levels at a point where pathogens can't thrive in our body. We keep our body in an aerobic state instead of an anaerobic state where pathogens can thrive in our body. So this breath work, and especially with the exhalations, it also helps to keep and expel fluids from our lungs and helps to keep the fluids in our lungs to that thinner consistency so we can expel the fluids out of our lungs. Anytime you've had any kind of serious flu or cold, if you've gotten to the place where you've had fluids build up in your lungs, right? The fluids get thicker when the heat increases because it cooks those fluids and makes them really thick and heavy. By doing this breath work, it can help us expel the fluids out of our lungs. And this is one of the serious symptoms with COVID. So if you know anyone that has fluid buildup in their lungs, teach them this Kapalabhati breath work, and it can really make a difference in their life. All right? So we won't do full rounds of 100 just for the brevity of this video. We'll just do rounds of 25, and I'm just going to do a couple just to show you what we'll do. Now, if you want to, you can do what's called a breath retention at the end of each round of 100. The breath retention, after you finish 100, you take a big inhale through the nose, and then a big exhale out through the nose. Then you hold all of your air out. Now, without taking an inhale, we do what's called a false inhale. we pretend like we're going to inhale, but on the false inhale, the belly draws in and upward as far in as you can get it, navel to spine, they say, and then the belly lifts upward. And then you hold this for about 10 counts or more, and then you slowly release on an inhale, and then you take 5 more deep breaths to allow your body and your systems to re-regulate yourself before you start the next round. Okay, so after your round of either 100, or if you want to start with 30 or 50 or wherever you want to go, then your option is to do the breath retention at the end. Again, big inhale, and then a big exhale, and then without inhaling, we call it a false inhale, the belly draws in and upward, and you hold for at least 10 counts. You can also enhance this by wrapping the fingers around the front, the thumbs around the back. I'll do the big inhale again, exhale, and then false inhale. You can squeeze with your hands to draw the belly inward even more. And then you slowly release on an inhale. You can release the hands, place the hands on your lap, and then 5 more deep breaths to re-regulate your system. And then you start the next round. Okay, so we'll just do 3 rounds, 25 breaths each round, just to show you how we do this, so we don't do it 100 and then make this video an hour long. All right, so we take a few deep breaths in the very beginning to prime your lungs. Let's say I've already taken 5 deep breaths, and then take a comfortable inhale. And the first round of 25 at a medium speed, go ahead and begin. Then I'll do the breath retention without the hands first. I take a big inhale, then a big exhale. Now without inhaling again, I try to inhale, but I draw the belly in and up. And I hold for about 10 counts. And then I slowly release on an inhale. And then I take 5 more deep breaths to re-regulate your system, or my system. And then we'll start the next round. And I'll do this with the hand assist. Comfortable inhale, 25 breaths at a medium speed, and begin. Big inhale, big exhale, false inhale, belly draws in and up, and I squeeze with my hands. And I slowly release. I release with my hands. I release my belly. 5 deep breaths from here. Sometimes you might feel a little lightheaded or buzzy. Sometimes you can feel a numbness or a tingling in your feet or your legs or your hands and your arms. This breath work can also start to release the natural forms of DMT in your body. So you might feel a little elated, or that buzzy feeling. We don't want to get stuck on this phase. Even though it feels nice, we start to work beyond this phase. All right, last round, we'll speed it up. I'll show you what it looks like when you speed it up. Comfortable inhale, and begin. Big inhale, then big exhale. Breath retention, suck in and up. And then you slowly release. Now, some of the other things you can focus on when the belly pulls in and up, this is more of a gross engagement of what's called Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock. The belly draws in and it pulls upward. Right? When the belly draws in and pulls upward, you might feel a little lift with the pelvic floor. This is what we call Mula Bandha. Mula Bandha engages. It's the pelvic lock or the pelvic floor lock. It's not a gross engagement of the pelvic floor where we squeeze the muscles in the pelvic floor. It's a gentle lift from the belly drawing in and upward. Also, if you can, trace the energy all the way up through the central channel or all the way up in front of the spine, all the way up to the crown of the head. Keep the crown of the head lifted. Even keep the upper palate lifted. This is the seed that keeps Mula Bandha, your root lock, engaged and lifted, and Uddiyana Bandha lifted as well. All right. Hope you enjoy this video. See you soon.